It's the end of the year and I do want to talk about everything I bought in 2022. Trying to be minimalist and sustainable and just very intentional overall when it comes to consumption. I'm not on a strict no-buy year or anything like that, but I do have like the loose idea of buying one thing for myself each month. I live with my family, so there's stuff that's not included here when it's stuff for the household. I also did not include like digital products or tickets and things like that. I'm talking about the stuff that has come into my life. And the first thing I bought in 2022 was a desk. So before that, for about 1.5 years, I did not have a desk, or maybe almost 2 years, because I thought like, I have a laptop, I prefer working like on the couch anyway, so why would I have a desk? But just after 1.5 years, I changed my mind and I decided to, purchase a desk again. But what I did is I found like a solid wood desk secondhand. So I've had that for almost a year now and I'm very happy I bought it. I've used it almost every single day, like every work day at least. I didn't bring it here to show you, but I brought all the other things. They are right here. So let's continue with the second thing I bought in 2022, which was a pair of pants. And it was this Armed Angels black pair of jeans. Now I got those secondhand as well, just because they were available, less expensive, even more sustainable, even though it is a sustainable brand in general. But I've gotten like quite a lot of use out of these, I think. And I'm happy to use them for like hopefully a long time to come. And they were actually, I think, more expensive than the desk, so they cost maybe more than 50 euros. I don't really remember. But they're good quality and I like wearing them, and so I think it was worth buying them. And I had them like on my wish list for a very long time, so that's something I bought in January of 2022, and I think we're just going to continue with the next item. So the next two things I bought in Switzerland in spring when I visited my family, because I'm from Switzerland, and it's actually another pair of pants. And it's these like blue-grayish corduroy pants, and I have to say that was such a good purchase. I think they cost like 8 euros or something, maybe, I don't know, 12, 15, but not much, definitely under 20. And I've worn them so much. On our trip to Norway in summer, which, cost more money than all the stuff I bought this year, but it was worth it as well. I did wear those like every single day except for one day. But, wearing them so much has already caused some damage. So the zipper is broken now and I have to like put in another zipper, I think, but I'm not sure if I will be able to do it. So during the last 2 weeks or something, I just wore them with like an open zipper. But yeah, I do want to fix that because I really like them. The next item is another pair of pants. And I bought those the same day at the same secondhand store. And it's these like linen silk pants. And they're like kind of like my chicer pair of pants that I would wear during summer when I don't want to look that casual. I've gotten some wear out of it. I've worn them maybe 20 times and they're great, but not as much. I didn't wear them as much as the corduroy pants, definitely not. And during winter, I don't really wear them because they're just not warm enough, I think. The next thing was not such a good purchase, but I would do the same still. It was unlucky, and it's this battery for my phone. So I've had that particular phone for I think 3.5 years, and just the battery did not work that good anymore, which is I guess like normal after 3.5 years for a smartphone. So I bought a new battery, but unfortunately, and it was like shortly before our trip to Norway and Sweden, but then in the first days in Norway and Sweden it was just very impractical. The battery life was just so poor, and I had to have it like plugged into like a power bank all the time, and it still would lose like power. And so I thought like, oh, there's like more problems than that. I'll fix the phone because it's like a sustainable and modular phone that's made for fixing whenever I come back. And then 2 weeks into the trip, my phone dropped from like 2.5 meters, so it broke. So I had to like have another phone like immediately. I couldn't send it anywhere for fixing because I was on my trip, my tickets were on this phone. Like I needed a phone. And then I decided to, buy a new phone. And so the extra battery kind of didn't fix the problem even. But I thought that maybe I could give it to somebody else with the same phone, but I haven't done that. So the next thing obviously is the phone. And I was able to buy it like not new, but on the other hand, like I talked to that Norwegian guy in the like electronics store, and it was like the fifth store I visited, asking if they have any options like for secondhand phones. And he told me that it's a secondhand phone, or that it's like, maybe it's like a display model. Maybe it's one that somebody turned in because they were not happy with it. In the end, I'm not really sure, but at least it's not like a brand new phone that's sold regularly. So I could get it for 200 euros. It's not the phone I wanted. It's like too big for my hand. It's like very big in general. And but I got like this case for free. And I think I was actually really, really lucky to on a trip through northern Norway, I could find a phone, and not new phone, and one that I'm like happy with in general. So the battery and the phone were definitely not like purchases I was looking forward to or I wanted to buy, but just stuff that was necessary at that point in time. But I think that's normal, that things like that happen all the time as well, that we can't just like buy things from our wish list. I do want to buy stuff I need, but I also kind of sometimes want to buy stuff I want. But the next thing is actually also something I really needed, and it's this hat, and I bought it for like €1 also in Norway, because we didn't pack that well. So I did research the weather, and I did research like what I need to pack and everything. But when we were there, we were surprised with a super, super wet and cold summer, and we did not pack a hat. And therefore I found this at a secondhand store for €1, and I bought it, and I wore it every single day after I bought it. It was also kind of like 2 weeks into the trip, and it was a 5-week trip. But since then I haven't really used it, but I would say like for €1, I'm happy I bought it, and now I have it because, hat is something you sometimes lose. So whenever, my boyfriend, me, or my son lose a hat, we have a backup hat. And the next thing I bought is also something I really desperately needed, and it's 5 pairs of underwear. And it's just, from some sustainable brands I wanted to try out, and I bought this underwear, and it fits okay, I have to say. But yeah, 5 pairs of underwear because I really needed it, but I did want to like include them in this video because it's something that I bought for myself with my own money, that I needed, that is stuff that I'm now going to use. And in total that actually does make 12 items if you like count the underwear separately and all the things I've shown you. So that would be 1 item per month, which means that my guideline of like buying 1 item per month is, worked out. Now, I do want to add something here. As a content creator, I am lucky enough to sometimes receive things to make videos with and to work with and to show and wear and things like that. So this year, on top of the things that I bought for myself, I also received a bunch of clothes and the watch that I'm wearing. And some of these things are things that I would not have bought maybe, and that I now have because of work, because of this YouTube channel to make money. But there's definitely like a portion of it, so I guess like half to 2/3 of these items that I would have bought if I did not get them like through working on social media. So my situation is most certainly different from most of your situation, just because I can get some things through this YouTube channel, through me working on social media, which by the way does not mean that I get them for free, because I have to like count them as my income. So if I get a pair of pants for €100, that's €100 of my income, and I do have to pay taxes, and it's like, it's counted like money, so it's not absolutely free, and I don't always get stuff that I absolutely needed. So it's not the same as like shopping and not having to pay, but definitely it is like making my life easier in a sense of me being able to pick certain things that I would have bought anyways and not having to buy them. I also made some things for myself, like 2 pairs of socks, a sweater, and a t-shirt, and I also got some things for free in a sense of like at a clothing swap or things like that. This mirror, for example, here in the back, we found it next to the trash. So the things that I bought are not everything that's new in my life, but everything that I spent my money for. If you want to get a better picture of what's coming into my life every single month, I actually made a video where I show you what I bought, what I got, what I found, as well as what I decluttered out of my life. And I made a whole playlist of these videos. So there's 12 videos for the year of 2022, and the last one for December will come like after December, and I'm gonna link you the playlist of these in and out videos up here so you can check them out if you're interested in like really seeing what's coming into my life and what's going out, and without missing anything that's like coming through the door of this apartment and ends up in my possession. Now I would be really interested in knowing if you have any like low buy goals for next year, how you consume mindfully, or if you just buy whatever you want, if you are on a budget, if you're, you know, what are you doing consumption wise? I would be interested just because I think it's interesting and everybody has to find a solution that works for them. And I don't have to say that I will continue like having this one item per month guideline without needing it to be like 12 items for 2023, and we'll just see. Another thing that I realized that I've talked about in a video before is that I'm so happy to see that there's just not much I needed. Yes, there were 12 items, and it's all kind of stuff I needed or some pair of pants also that I wanted, but I'm absolutely happy. I did not need to buy very expensive items. It's mostly clothing, which I think is interesting. Maybe there will be less clothing changes in 2023, we'll see. So it's nice to see that I kind of really have everything I need and that my happiness is not tied to stuff at this point, or just that I have everything that makes me happy, you know. And now I highly recommend you check out this video talking about how minimalism feels like for me after 7 years, some lessons I still learned this year, and you know, some changes towards a balanced and happy, minimalist, intentional life. So I do hope to see you there, and otherwise, next year in my next video. Bye!